Have you ever sat in your favorite armchair, maybe with a cup of tea, and felt a quiet ache, like the house is just a little too still? It's a feeling many of us over 70 know all too well. Loneliness can creep in, especially when the days feel long and the phone doesn't ring as often as it used to. But here's the good news: you don't have to leave your home to feel connected, valued, and full of life again. In fact, there are simple, daily habits you can start right now, from the comfort of your living room, that can chase that loneliness away and bring back a sense of joy and purpose. Today, we're going to walk through 5 practical habits that are easy to fit into your day, no matter your energy level or tech skills. These are things you can do to feel less alone and more engaged with the world, all without stepping outside your door. Let's dive into the first habit, and I promise, it's easier than you might think. The first habit is to make a daily connection with someone you care about, whether it's a family member, an old friend, or even a neighbor you haven't chatted with in a while. Now, I know what you might be thinking: I don't want to bother anyone, or what if they're too busy? But here's the thing: people love hearing from you, and a quick call or video chat can brighten both your day and theirs. It doesn't have to be a long conversation. Even 10 minutes can make a huge difference. For example, my friend Margaret, who's 78, started calling her niece every morning while they both have their coffee. It's become their little ritual, and Margaret says it's like a warm hug to start the day. If you're comfortable with technology, try a video call on something like FaceTime or Zoom. Seeing someone smile is so much more powerful than just hearing their voice. And if tech feels overwhelming, don't worry, just pick up the phone. The key is to make it a daily habit, so it becomes something you look forward to. You could set a reminder on your calendar, maybe right after breakfast, to reach out to someone. And if you're not sure who to call, think about someone you haven't spoken to in a while. Maybe it's a cousin, a former colleague, or even a friend from your old book club. That one call can spark a connection that lifts your spirits and reminds you you're not alone. Now, let's talk about something that's been a game changer for so many seniors I've spoken to: joining an online community. This is our second habit, and it's all about finding a group of people who share your interests without ever needing to leave your couch. The internet is full of places where you can connect with others, and it's not as complicated as it sounds. Think about something you love. Maybe it's gardening, reading mysteries, or even knitting. There are online groups for just about everything. For instance, my neighbor Tom, who's 74, found a Facebook group for classic car enthusiasts. He spends a few minutes every day posting about old Mustangs or commenting on someone else's photos, and he says it feels like he's hanging out at a car show without leaving his recliner. You can find these groups on platforms like Facebook, Reddit, or even websites like Nextdoor, which connects you with people in your local area. The trick is to engage a little each day, maybe share a quick thought, ask a question, or just say "I love this" on someone's post. It's like planting a seed that grows into a sense of belonging. If you're new to this, ask a family member to. So, we've been talking about how to bring connection and warmth into your days without ever needing to leave your home. Those phone calls and online communities we covered are like little bridges to the people around you, and now we're going to build on that with something that's just for you, something that lights up your soul. The third habit is to spend a little time each day on a creative hobby, something that lets you express yourself and maybe even share a piece of who you are with others. Creativity isn't just for artists or writers, it's for anyone who wants to feel alive and connected to their own heart. Let me tell you about my friend Clara, who's 76. She started journaling a few years ago, just writing down a memory or two from her childhood every afternoon. At first, it was just for her, but then she started sharing some of those stories with her grandkids over email. Now, they ask her for more, and she says it's like they're getting to know her in a whole new way. That's the power of a creative habit. It's not just about the act itself, but the way it opens doors to connection. You don't have to write, though. Maybe you love sketching, knitting, or even playing a few chords on that old guitar in the closet. The key is to pick something that feels fun, not like a chore, and do it for even 10 or 15 minutes a day. If you're stuck for ideas, try something simple like coloring in an adult coloring book. Those intricate designs are so calming, and you can find free printable pages online. Or maybe start a scrapbook with old photos, adding a little note about each memory. What's great is that you can share your creations, too. Post a picture of your latest sketch in that online group we talked about, or send a snippet of your journal to a friend. It's like sending out a little piece of your heart, and the responses you get back can make you feel so seen and appreciated. This habit isn't just about keeping busy, it's about reminding yourself that you have something unique to offer, and that's a powerful antidote to loneliness. Now, let's shift gears to something that's going to get your body moving and your mood soaring. The fourth habit is to do a daily exercise routine using online classes, and don't worry, this isn't about running marathons or lifting heavy weights. It's about gentle, senior-friendly movements you can do right in your living room, and the best part is, you can connect with others while you're at it. Exercise does wonders for your mood because it releases those feel-good chemicals called endorphins, and when you do it with a group, even a virtual one, it feels like you're part of something bigger. There are so many free resources out there, like YouTube channels with chair yoga or low-impact workouts designed for people over 70. For example, I know a gentleman named Frank, who's 80, and he swears by a 15-minute seated exercise video he found on the Silver Sneakers website. He does it every morning, and he loves reading the comments from other seniors who are doing the same routine. Sometimes he even replies to them, and they swap tips or just cheer each other on. It's like having workout buddies without leaving home. If you're new to this, start with something simple, like a 10-minute stretch or a chair-based strength session. You can search for terms like senior chair yoga or low-impact exercise for older adults on YouTube, and you'll find plenty of options. The trick is to make it a daily habit, maybe right after your morning coffee or before dinner. And don't skip the comment section, leave a quick note about how the workout felt or ask a question. You'd be surprised how many people respond, and suddenly, you're part of a little community of folks all trying to stay active and healthy. This habit is like a double win. You're boosting your physical health and building connections at the same time. These two habits, creative hobbies and online exercise, work so well together because they engage both your mind and your body, and they give you ways to share your progress with others. You're not just filling time, you're creating moments of joy and connection that make your days feel fuller. But there's one more habit that ties all of this together, and it's about finding peace within yourself, even on those quiet days at home. Let's talk about that next, because it's something that can truly transform how you feel. We've been exploring how to fill your days with connection and purpose, all from the comfort of your own home. Those creative hobbies and online exercise classes we talked about are like sparks that light up your spirit and bring you closer to others, even across the miles. Now, we're going to wrap up with our fifth habit, which is all about finding a sense of calm and contentment within yourself. This one's a game changer because it helps you feel at peace, even when the house is quiet or the day feels a little heavy. The fifth habit is to practice a daily mindfulness routine, something simple like meditation, deep breathing, or gratitude journaling. Don't let the word mindfulness scare you. It's just about taking a few minutes to focus on the present moment and appreciate what's good in your life. Let me share a story about my friend Helen, who's 79. She started doing a 10-minute gratitude journal every evening, where she writes down 3 things that made her smile that day. It could be as simple as a kind word from her daughter during their daily call, the way the sunlight hit her plants, or even a funny moment from a TV show. She says those few minutes help her see her day in a new light, and it's like a warm blanket for her heart. You can try something like that, or maybe a guided meditation using an app like Calm or Headspace. They have free versions with short, senior-friendly sessions. If apps aren't your thing, just sit quietly for a few minutes, close your eyes, and take slow, deep breaths, noticing the air moving in and out. You can even think of one person or moment you're thankful for. The beauty of this habit is that it's just for you, but it also makes you feel more connected to the world. When you're at peace with yourself, it's easier to reach out to others or enjoy those online communities and exercise classes we talked about. Try setting aside 10 or 15 minutes each day, maybe right after breakfast or before bed, and make it a cozy ritual, maybe with a cup of tea or your favorite soft music in the background. Over time, you'll notice that loneliness doesn't have as much power over you because you're building a quiet strength from within. Now, as we bring this all together, think about how these 5 habits work hand in hand. Making that daily call to a loved one gives you a moment of warmth and connection. Joining an online community lets you find people who share your passions, whether it's gardening or classic cars. Spending time on a creative hobby, like journaling or coloring, helps you express yourself and share your unique spark with others. Doing those online exercise classes keeps your body moving and your mood lifted, while connecting you with folks who are on the same journey. And that mindfulness routine? It's like the glue that holds it all together, helping you find joy in the small moments and stay grounded. These aren't big, overwhelming changes, they're simple steps you can start today, right where you are. And the best part is, they build on each other. That call to your friend might inspire you to share a story from your journal, or a comment on your exercise video might lead to a new online friend. It's like planting a garden. Each small seed you sow grows into something beautiful over time. I want you to know that you're not alone in feeling lonely sometimes. It's something so many of us experience, especially after 70. But you have the power to change how your days feel, and these habits are like tools in your toolbox. Start with one, maybe that daily call or a few minutes of gratitude, and see how it feels. You don't have to do it all at once. Just take it one step at a time, and I promise you'll start to notice a difference. I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. Maybe share which habit you're going to try first or tell us about a little ritual that already helps you feel connected. Your story might inspire someone else watching this video. If you found this helpful, please give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss more tips like these. We're in this together, and I'm cheering you on. Here's to filling your days with connection, joy, and a whole lot of heart, because you deserve to live your best life at any age.